Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time that I haven't uploaded any videos, so my channel was a little stalled. But now I am going to upload more videos. I'm going to do more new content on Power BI, Fabric as well. Today in this video I'm going to talk about the new updates to the DAX functions in Power BI that have been released in October 2024 update. But before we go to that, if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. If you're already subscribed to the channel, please don't forget to like this video. Watch this video till the end because there are certain more tips and tricks that I've added in. Now, going back to our topic, now there are 4 new functions that Power BI has released in this update. So these 4 new functions will help to analyze your model in a better way. It will basically help you to document your model in a better fashion. Now these 4 new functions are, this is an info.view function, and what Power BI has done is they have info.view.table, info.view.measure, info.view.column, and info.view.relationships. So these are the 4 new functions that have been released. The info.view.measure will basically give you a list of all measures. Info.view.columns will give you a list of all columns. Info.view.tables will give you a list of all tables, and info.view.relationships will give you a list of all relationships within your data model. Now with these functions, you should be able to document your model more effectively. Earlier we used to refer to DAX Studio, but now you can use DAX directly and create your own data model glossary for your report. I am going to show you how to use these functions effectively, how you can basically create the tables and then create your data model visual or page as well. So without wasting time, let's go to my laptop and I'll show you how to do that. And yes, before we go to that, don't forget to watch this video to the end. There is a very good trick that I've added. I've showcased how you can use Copilot Studio as well. So now let's go to my laptop. So this is the Power BI report. So this is a Power BI report which has all the different visuals that are present in Power BI. There's around 65 visuals that I have added in here. I'll share this report link with you if you want to have a look at it. And this is built on a very simple data model. We have orders, fact, people, returns, and zip lat long. So this is my basic data model. So for all these tables, since I want to get the schema, now DAX has now released a new formula, or I would say a calculation that will help you to get all the column information, measure information in that. Earlier it was a part of your DAX preview, but you can write a direct DAX to get that. This is a part of your October update. Now what you can do is, if you go to modeling, and in the modeling you create a new table. Okay, by creating a new table, if for example I just want to say that I want to see all the columns in the table, I'll just name this as column table. Okay, and I would use this function info dot view, and if you see here, there are columns, measures, relationships, and tables. So these are the 4 new calculations that have come up. So I can just do info dot view, and I would then say give me columns. So if I click on columns, it will create a table for me, a column table. If you look at this column table is created, and this column table is going to contain all the information such as the name of the particular column, which table it belongs to, what is the data type, what is the data category, if the for column is hidden, what is the unique values, is it unique, is there is a key defined, and also if it's a calculated table column, what is the source column that is referring to, and so on. So similarly, what I've done is I have created those 4 tables. So let me delete this one for now. So I have created these 4 tables: model columns, model DAX measures, model relationships, and model tables. So model tables will contain your table information. Columns, as we discussed, will contain your column information. Measures will contain your measure information, and relationships will contain the relationships. So this, now what you can do is, since you have these 4 tables, we can create one page a visual page which will have all those linked together. So what I've done is, to do that for this particular four tables, I have joined them together here. I have joined models and tables and columns together with on the table key. So if you look at this, I have table versus name. So I have joined this together. Now what we can do in this case is, basically, since you have this, so you can go to this and go to your canvas and create a new page. So I have created a schema page here. To do that, once this is linked, I have created a field parameter. So you can go to the modeling, new parameter, and create a field parameter. So in the field parameter, once you create on this, you give your parameter a name and then put in the columns that are required. So I can just say, okay, give me field parameter, or I would say select, and I can then go to the model columns and I can put in the columns that I require, and so on. So, and then same, I can go to my measures and I can put in my expression, description, and so on, and I can create this. So once I create this, it will add a slicer to the page. So since I've selected the added slicers, so it will create a slicer like this, and then I can look at my descriptions and so on. But what I'll do is, with this, I'll edit this field parameter. Okay, the select field parameter that I have here, if you see, I have all these display names and the name of. So to do overcome that, what you can do is, you can add which particular section you want it to belong. So I can say this is my column, so I can put it columns, and this is my DAX measure, so I can put this into my DAX measures like that. So I can put it like this, measures. So I'll have to just copy paste this to all this, and so on. So what I've done is, I've created a table I call analytical schema similarly, and if you look at the analytical schema parameter, I've listed down all the columns that are required that for my analysis. So I've used columns from tables table, columns table, measures table, and relationships table. So if you look at this, these are around 42, and this, if you create the same table model, like the table names that I have created, you can then use it in the same fashion. You can just take this and copy paste in your field parameter. So this is pretty straightforward. Once this is done, I've added a slicer. For the slicer, the string that we had created in the field parameter, if you look at my analytical schema, this select string that I've created, this I've used this as a filter. So here I have my tables, columns, measures, relationships. From the table here, model tables, I have used the table name so that I can filter, and I've created a straight table, and in this straight table, what I've done is, I've just added the field parameter that we have created into this. So I've drag drop this in, and now in this way, if I want to look at all the measures, I can see all the measures. If I want to look at all columns, I can see all columns, because I have a tables order selected here. If I clear everything, I see all my tables here. I can select people and I can see, okay, there are 3 columns in this. This is the type. Returns has returns has 3 as well. So if I go to orders, these are all the columns that are present in orders. If I want to see the measures within the table, I just click on measures. I see all the measures. Now one thing, if you see, I have measure, there are some descriptions which are not present. Now a best way of doing this is, you start writing descriptions, but here I will show you how to use Copilot in Power BI. So I come to the model view, I select a measure. So for example, I have a totals order measure, and if you see, there's a description blank. I can write a description. This contains totals order, but what I'll do is, I'll use Copilot. So if I click on Copilot, it will review the measure from the description that we have created. It says distinct count. It will say it counts a distinct number of orders based on the order ID. It reads this expression and gives me what it is. And I can now, since I like this, I'll say keep it, and now I'll have a description here. See, and then similarly, I go to total customers. Again, there is no description. I'll create this with Copilot. I'll review this. Okay, it counts the total number of customers from the orders table, which is fine. I keep this. I like this. And in this way, I can create, column description, measure descriptions. Unfortunately, at the moment, you do not have any column descriptions, that can be created by Copilot. So if it's category, I don't have a description. I can say this is my order category. And similarly, we can do it for, for customers, customer info, like that. So I can put in, this is customer name, and so on. So it is very essential when you do the data model, you can start defining what your columns mean, and that will be helpful for your model as well. Now, once this is done, what you can do is you go back to the canvas and then refresh. So now if you look at this, total orders and customer doesn't have a description, but I've added a descriptions in. Now I will click on refresh and let the tables refresh once. And after refreshing, I will be able to see all the descriptions that I've added here as a part of my, as a part of Copilot. So here we can use Copilot. So to do analytical schema model, you can do it three ways. One is you create all these four tables, then you create a field parameter, and then you use Copilot to define your measures, or you can write down the measures. So this way you can have your analytical schema model, and then you can share it in your report so that users can look at it, what does that mean, and this is going to be quite helpful. So in this way, it is very important that you kind of work on, your data model, and start documenting it, because it's a very important process in your data, in your reports. This will give the users the ability to, kind of have information about what the data is, so that that can be, if you want to reuse it in the future, you can do that. You can use, Copilot in Power BI to get your information out, and you can create these reports. So that's it on this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share this with your friends. It is going to help me a lot. Also, I'm going to do more videos like this. I would do smaller videos, I'll do lengthy videos as well. But please keep me posted on LinkedIn, comment on YouTube, if you like this, what more do you expect from the videos, and I'll try my best with that. Until then, thank you so much guys for your time. You have a lovely rest of the day.